Our next presenter is Professor of Economics, Tin-Chun, who will be talking to us about research focused on is human behavior inconsistent with economic theory and misbehaving? Comment on Chapter 3 of Richard H. Thaler's book, Misbehaving, the Making of Behavioral Economics. Professor Lin gets the longest title award, so welcome.
Thank you for coming. My name is Tin-Chun, Professor of Economics. And today's my topic is human behavior inconsistent with economic theory and misbehaving. And Dr. Richard Thaler, Nobel Prize winner in economics, professor at the University of Chicago, he wrote a book, Misbehaving. In his book, he claims that human behavior is not always consistent with the economic theory. And I read his book. After I read his book, I found, especially chapter 3, and I disagree with him. And he lists the 5 examples. And I wrote an article, and this article has been published. And today let's talk about these 5 examples, why I disagree with him, and why I do not think human behavior is misbehaving. Example 1 is he and his friends got 2 free tickets to the professional basketball game in Buffalo. And they live in Rochester. From Rochester to Buffalo, it takes 1.5 hours to drive. Unfortunately, that day was a snowstorm, so they didn't go. And but his friend said, if the tickets were not free, was expensive, he would go. And Dr. Thaler says his behavior is misbehaving. Well, because his reason is he ignored sunk cost. Well, I do not agree with him. This is more than about sunk cost. Yes, money has been spent. It doesn't matter you watch or you do not watch. Then you cannot get the money back. That's fine. But once ticket is not free, you have purchased. Your expected benefit goes up, and you must have your expected benefit. When you watch the game, it's like today you're sitting here. You must have expected benefit. You don't want to waste your time, right? You want to get some benefit. So his friend purchased the ticket. He purchased ticket. His expected benefit increased, and the expected cost is still the same. So his friend might think my expected benefit is higher than expected cost. So I want to go. Well, nothing wrong. So I don't think his behavior is misbehaving. Second example, his friend and mow the lawn every weekend, but it gives him terrible fever, hay fever. So Dr. Thaler asked him, why not hire a kid to mow the lawn for you, and you just pay $10? It will be easy. But his friend said no. Okay, and then Dr. Thaler kept asking, how about you mow your neighbor's lawn and you can get $20? How about that? His friend still said no. And Dr. Thaler said, his behavior is misbehaving, doesn't consistent with economic theory, because his behavior violated the preset about buying and selling price should be about the same. Okay, I'm sorry, I still do not agree with him. This is not about the issue. This is about expected benefit and expected cost. This is a fundamental business theory, economics theory. His friend mow his neighbor's lawn. Yes, can get $20. So his benefit increase. But don't forget, he has hay fever. So the more lawn he mows, the more terrible hay fever you will get it. So his expected cost becomes even higher. And then you may ask, how about hire a kid to mow his lawn? Well, maybe his friend Stanley is a stingy person. Stingy person doesn't want to spend money, but stingy person doesn't mean he loves making more money. These are 2 different things. You cannot mix together, right? So I don't think his behavior is misbehaving. Example 3, Nina, shopping a store and buying a radio, Clark radio. Price was $45, and the clerk told her, one branch store sell this exactly identical Clark radio. Price only $35, and just 10 minutes to drive. And she did go there to save $10. Another day, and she was shopping the same store for a TV. The price was $495, and the clerk told her, the same branch store sell exactly the same TV, only $485, and you can save $10. 10 minutes drive, but she didn't go. And then Dr. Taylor said, her behavior is misbehaving. Why? Because she did not value the time consistently. 10 minutes. Both cases are 10 minutes to drive. Save $10. How come she did not go and is not consistent? Well, I'm sorry, I still don't agree with him. This is not about the issue of saving $10. It's not about the issue of the varying time consistently. This is about the issue of getting more discount rates. For the radio, she can save more than 22%. For the TV, you only save 2%. See, most consumers focus on the discount rate, not the money they save. That's why restaurants, they give you coupons. Look at the restaurant give the coupons. It tells you how much percentage you can save, discount rate. They don't tell you $4 or $2 because tell you the discount rate, say 20%. The more you consume, the more money you can save. So this is not about the saving $10 or consistent the varying the time. It's about the discount rate. So my conclusion is, whether or not your behavior consistent with economic theory depends on what theory you use to explain. According to the 3 examples I just talked about, because I don't have time to go for number 4 and number 5. So it depends on what theory. I use the theory is the fundamental economic theory, expected benefit and expense cost. I can explain. And I can explain humans' behavior consistent with economic theory. So if you use the wrong theory to explain human behavior, then you will get a wrong conclusion. Thank you.